Oh.
So I needed to ask you real quick.
I'm listening.
With us being good friends. First of all, taste your drink. Is it good? Is it giving what it's supposed to give? We know you don't love. We know you don't
You
love
know I was
Pepsi.
about to say it. You know
I saw that nostril flare.
He'll do what he do.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
The liquor is
First,
liquor. The liquor is liquor. But that Pepsi is.
listen. When I say,
I'm glad you only put a smidge.
no, that's- so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
say
prefer
this. Listen,
Coca-Cola.
listen. I'm gonna say this real quick.
In my drinks, though.
I'm gonna say this real quick before we get into this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not have a Just Kyle, y'all missing out. But whatever, it is what it is. So I need to know, what is your favorite color?
I mean, I like black, blue, red. But I know somebody like lavender.
Somebody loves lavender, baby. Let's get into it. Lavender.
Like how you doing?
How you doing, lavender? Well, oh, wait a minute. Some of our flowers are lavender. They're really not, but we talking about they pink.
They pretty in pink with the green.
Pretty in pink.
With the green.
Well, yeah, with a little smidge. With a little smidge of candy apple. Green. Little pinky. So I'm going to say this. So the people are coming for Britt Edie and her emotional support pet, i.e. her husband, Mike. And Mike, yes. The people are saying that this is a lavender marriage, which means that, here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you this. The first time I saw...
Give them a definition of a lavender.
Lavender
marriage
means that pretty much the people are saying that a heterosexual woman is really great friends with a gay male that she is trying to pose as her husband. Oprah. Yes, so the people are saying that Britt and Mike might be the best of friends and that Mike is not. Britt don't have the equipment that Mike needs to get off.
But does Mike got the equipment that Britt wants? Cause okay, is it lavender on both sides though? Cause
Britt loves Rick Ross.
Allegedly,
she loves Rick Ross.
You sure she don't want Kenya? No.
You know what? And that's the thing that I've been thinking about. So here's the thing. There is a such thing as sexual tension. And there is a thing as the object of your obsession is driving you mad to the point where this person is consuming all of you. And when we think about Britt and we look at the bullshit that she has pulled on Kenya, it's not too far-fetched.
It's giving infatuation.
Yes. It's not too far-fetched to say that this whole situation is giving infatuation. So let's get into it. Kenya Moore. That's what I'm at this time. That's what I'm thinking, because here's the thing. Kenya Moore, when Kenya came back onto the show and we've seen all the episodes. Everybody has seen it. Kenya came back on the show. And the thing is, the ladies were at Shamia's birthday party. We're trying to figure out what the hell they have in common so they could start distracting we the people, so we could start watching and starting to like fully invest in these newbies. So Kenya came on and Kenya was kind. Kenya was light. Yes, Kenya was light. Kenya was cool. And she came on and she was like, hey. Yeah,
It
she
was
was
very
not.
light.
It was light. It was giving us, okay, Kenya was sprinkling a little cinnamon sugar on this bullshit. And so the thing is, Britt, you were looking at Kenya salivating. And here's the thing. I feel like Britt sat in front of production and the executives. And as a fan, when they pulled your name out of a fucking hat, I feel like you overpromised and under delivered, and you told them that, oh, I could get Kenya off the show. And here's the thing, Britt, you didn't get Kenya off the show. Guess who got Kenya off the show? Kenya got her own self off the show because she did not do her due diligence. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Because I still to this day, like, come on
It's
now.
not.
Them
And
pictures
yeah,
was
no,
not
we're
that bad.
no. Here's
But
the
let's
thing.
talk about
We
all
gonna
them
get
other
into
girls
it.
on the other franchises.
No. Let's not even go there.
we're not-
Let's talk about
Let's
while
get
we're
back
while
why
we're
she-
talking
want the
about
cootie cat.
right. So Britt, Kenya, when Kenya came on, Kenya said everybody's beautiful. Oh my God, you guys are gorgeous. And you looked at her, I'm Britt, and she said, oh hey, she said you're pretty. And here's the thing, Britt, you started the bullshit because guess what? You said when all the women were trying to figure out what the fuck they had in common, Britt, you put it in the atmosphere. Oh, you're divorced, you're divorced, you're divorced, you're divorced. And when Kenya said, oh, and Kenya talked about your ring, guess what? You did not have on a wedding band. Here's the thing. Look, I got two. I got an engagement ring and I got a wedding band, which most women wear. Married women wear. You showed up. You pulled up to Shamia's party. You had a band. You did not have your. You didn't have your wedding ring on. So Kenya don't know you from paint.
No, and she was
Kenya don't know you from shit.
Especially
So
when
Kenya
you talk
thought.
about, you're gonna do what you gonna. So Kenya probably ain't. Are you even married? Like, what you going through?
Kenya thought you was engaged, and he was like, "This is my second ring." So here's the thing: we're not even gonna go there. We know Kenya has done some fuck shit, and Kenya admitted that on her confessionals. So Britt, I feel like you sat when producers were vetting you by you being a rabid ass fan, you being a single black female because you were obsessed with Kenya because she is everything that you will never be. You told them that I'm gonna be that bitch that get her off. And guess what? The first few episodes, what did you give? You didn't give anything. You were boring. You and your emotional support pet, i.e., your husband that you probably paid to marry you to use as your storyline. Because we know when you said, "Oh, we want to have a family," and the way your husband looked at you, like he don't even want to stick his dick in you.
Wait, don't they have kids already?
No,
They don't.
they don't have any children.
I thought they did.
No. Mike looked at her like he is disgusted at the thought of even putting on a condom and sticking his shit in you.
Oh yeah, they do talk about.
Yeah. We
I
want to
don't
have a kid. Like, no.
I think that would be a turkey based.
Turkey based, yes, meaning that he will ejaculate looking at other men have sex, allegedly. That's how he will masturbate and then he will.
What she said to Kenya
Yes.
while you was going through that catalog.
What Phaedra said.
But what you will know,
Right.
is that
So I
he
feel like,
ejaculated
listen,
in that
in
cup.
cup.
So
I feel
you
like-
can have a baby.
so you can
and
have
you
a
don't
baby.
know if it's gonna be a
Ex-murderer. I'm just saying. So the thing
Oh,
is,
so he can have
your
a
husband,
pizza.
listen, the vibe that your husband is giving that he want to stick it everywhere except for inside a warm vagina. That's what it's giving.
He wants to do this.
But I digress.
The Shannon short back door.
But I digress. It's just cause.
Not with the
Right.
That's
No, but
alleged.
I'm just saying it's all
It's
alleged.
alleged. Well, you guys, we about to get to this part though, but let's get back to this Brit Brat, whatever her name, Brit.
Right. So the thing is, Britt wants so badly for us to believe that her husband is her soulmate, is her person. And the thing is, he could be her soulmate as a best friend, but I don't think he's very much interested in trying to
Well, you can
give you a
marry your
baby.
best friend.
No, the thing is, I feel like right. That's what I'm saying. Y'all could roll each other's hair, and y'all could polish each other's toenails, and y'all could eat bonbons. But yeah, as far as that man sticking his member in you and ejaculating and y'all procreating a child, I feel like he would ejaculate in a cup and then use a turkey baster. But I feel like the thought that him sticking his member in your warm abyss, I feel like, nah, he ain't trying to do that.
Everybody was saying that from even before these allegations.
Yeah, when I first saw him,
everybody was saying that from day one when the show first came out. They was basically saying like,
yeah.
They
I
was
looked at
like,
that
wait, it was
man.
funny because people was commenting. They was remember the assistant. You could tell he was gay, but he was like the assistant or something, or the cook or chef or whatever in the kitchen. They was like, no,
Yeah.
that's it. He don't want Brady. They was in the comments like, he don't want Brady. He was. Did you see his eyes shift and kept looking at him?
Right, he was looking at her husband. He don't want what Britt has to offer. So anyway, moving forward, it's just like thinking about this entire like season.
Which is not all that.
It's not giving. So the thing is, I feel like, guess what? And I'm gonna say this, Bravo. I'm about to call you out, and I'm about to read y'all and drag y'all. The thing is, y'all think that black people are accustomed to just a ghetto hood culture and we will accept anything. And I'm here to tell y'all that y'all days are numbered. Like, stop stereotyping us and putting us in a box where you think we belong. Because the thing is, even with the whole Brit and Kenya thing with the what I got my pow pow and I got my whips and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, that was not.
Here's the thing, like I feel like Bravo has set us up. Bravo looks at the black franchises and he sees us as ghetto. He sees us as it being a free for all, and it is what it is. But there is no way that Britt Eady would have mentioned a pow pow da in front of Lisa Vanderpump, in front of Kyle Richards, in front of Eileen Davidson, in front of Erica Jane, in front of Dorit Kimsley. That shit would not have floated.
That would have been the last time you saw her.
Yeah, that would have been the last time. Her ass would have been sitting in a squad car. And it's not no fake ass investigation.
Wait, the screen would have had that black message.
Oh yeah. Yeah, coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are not going to sell it.
Yeah, no.
Due to the acts of
due to the acts of
violence. It was violent.
Due to such and such saying they had a pow pow on them, we are stopping filming momentarily. Yes, there's no way. Y'all would not have allowed Sutton Streck, Kathy Hilton, Dorit Kimsley, Kyle Richards. There is no way that this shit would have been acceptable.
Not even with my wife, Teresa Judice.
But here's the thing, so let's talk about it. Let's as I twist my hair. As I twist my hair, let's get into this shit, okay? Bravo has this thing where Andy has his favorites. And the rules do not apply. And let's get into it. So when I say the rules do not apply, let's talk about the fact that Teresa, the original OG housewife, Teresa turned over a table.
Yeah.
And she was ready to fight. Yes. She was ready to fight everybody. Teresa was not reprimanded. Teresa did not face any type of consequences, even though this hoe was walking around with stacks of cash. She was not Joe, how you want me to be? Yeah, she was walking around. Yes. She was in the safe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever the code was, and she was coming out with stacks of cash, paying these construction workers. So I'm just saying that to say, listen, it does not take long to go a little deep with people when you're in the pursuit of trying to get to know them.
Well, we know Andy has his faves.
Oh yeah, Andy has a and let's get into it while we're talking about faves. I'm gonna say this because I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
When the Bravo executives decided that they wanted to give Portia her own show, and it was her and Dennis and all the bullshit. And when Portia tried to push Dennis's mama down the flight of stairs and all this other stuff, I'm sorry, Portia Williams.
Is she an Andy fave?
Portia, yes, she is. Portia should not be on this show when she dragged and fought Kenya, when she beat up the
Girl in the alleyway.
Portia should not be on the show. Portia is living her best. Portia
All you heard was
whooped.
boop,
Listen,
boop, boop, boop.
Portia whooped Kenya's ass when she.
Even Kenya was like, oh no, she got to go. She need to be fired. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, she was still there.
Yes. And
And
Kenya was not. I mean, Portia was not fired.
she was not fired with the allegations of the basement sex dungeon.
With Candy, yep.
Yeah. Even though she wanted to play like she didn't know, whatever.
She could have ruined Candy and Todd's reputation.
Phaedra. Bye, Phaedra. She just got back on these shows. That's because they need her. Well, they think they need her. I don't think they need her. But anywho, she was gone. But they kept Portia.
I'm just, every time I think about it, it makes me angry because it's like, damn.
Well, he definitely has his favorites. Giselle.
Yeah, Andy has his
that's
favorites.
my girl.
Did you see the video where Andy was leaving whatever? They asked him about Kenya and he's like, "Oh, I didn't get a chance to check her blog." Oh, yeah. It's like, Andy, shut the
shut up.
Andy irks my entire soul. I'm not an Andy Cohen fan. Definitely not. Andy irks everything in my. Yeah. He irks my soul.
Like, here's the thing. One, I don't need you doing the reunions.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you this. I would love to see Nicki Minaj continue hosting the reunions. Nicki Minaj.
She booked and busy though. She did that as a because she
honestly,
likes the show.
I wish that.
But she only did Potomac.
I wish that Andy could pay her some coins. Like, I get it, she's booked and busy, but we haven't heard any new music from her. But I'm just saying, no, I'm not being shady. No. I'm not being shady. What I'm saying is we haven't heard it.
She just came off a tour.
Okay, but nobody's really downloading and checking for her. But what I'm saying is, listen, I'm not a Nicki Minaj hater. What I'm saying is Nicki Minaj is better. Nicki Minaj is better than Andy Cohen when it comes to the reunion.
1,000%.
And what I'm saying is put Nicki on the payroll and pay her.
Can't.
Yes, they could if they wanted to. Here's the thing.
Nikki.
No. Here's the thing. Andy is a white male who has a fragile ego, and he would never allow a black woman like a Nicki Minaj to quote unquote take over. But Andy is so fucking stupid. Where the thing is, I would flirt with Nicki on the strength of, hey girl, listen, I know you and the Barbs, da 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 da. I know you are a fan of the Housewives franchise. I want to extend a piece of coin. Come over here and host this. The thing is with Andy is such a narcissist.
Well, if they can't get Nicki, they definitely need a new host. But I love when Nicki was on there on the Housewives reunion with Potomac.
Because she read them all for filth, and she was like, "This is my show, but I'm not being biased." And she asked all the questions.
Yeah, she went in,
and that's what I enjoyed.
She went in. Yes, that was like the most memorable and one of my favorite reunions, when she hosted it.
Yeah,
And
I
didn't
thought it was
like
cool.
they split it up. He was talking about it. And then it
I'm
was
gonna tell you
like
this.
he brought up Nikki. I was like, oh shit.
I'm gonna tell you this.
That's when I was entertained.
I'm gonna tell you this. I thought it was cool because the energy and the vibration that Nikki gives. I'm like, okay.
And look, y'all can come for me if you want, but like I said, I fuck with Lil Kim and Nikki. I don't do that. You know, I'm not about to do all that. Team this, team that. I like who I like. They both good ass rappers, and that's it. But anywho, back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
But no, Nikki definitely needs to. But they can't. But I feel like it definitely needs to be somebody. I'm tired of seeing Annie's ass on these freaking reunions.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't. You think on this reunion he gonna come and bring up the tea?
He's not.
Cause the tea
Cause he
that we
too
talking
busy.
about,
He too
y'all.
busy working on his
Tasha
voice
already
shows.
caught that tea. She ain't got the DL means. No, they ain't DL. But okay, so
Within
let's
the
get in
next
it.
within the next couple of weeks, I want to
What was his
post.
name? Mike. Britt's husband, Mike. So he was in the DLs, like
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Tasha
Tasha K.
K
Yeah, he
had
was in the
interviewed.
DLs group in Texas, wherever. So the guy does. He be traveling from Atlanta, whatever. But so he was in Atlanta. So the guy went on Tasha K. show. So y'all here's the story. Sip this
Sip it.
and swallow. But
No, cause
this some
Tasha.
good shit
No,
though,
Tasha
y'all.
gave all the tea
All of
about what
it.
happened.
All of